Look out across the Sahara Desert, and hidden among the endless dunes is a massive 40-kilometer-wide blue and brown spiral. This geographic anomaly is so massive and geometrically distinct that astronauts have used it as a navigational landmark from orbit since the Gemini 4 mission. For decades, internet conspiracy theories have claimed this is the lost city of Atlantis, or an ancient alien landing pad. The initial mainstream scientific hypothesis was much more grounded. Because of its perfectly circular shape, early researchers thought it was a crater left behind by a massive asteroid impact. But field testing completely ruled out an impact. When geologists actually examined the site, they found zero evidence of shocked rocks or impact debris from a high-velocity meteor. If the Sahara wasn't scarred from above, the answer had to lie beneath the sand, forcing geologists to reevaluate the very ground they were standing on. Once the crater idea was discarded, a new working theory emerged. Scientists proposed that a giant blob of magma bulged up beneath the Earth's crust, creating a massive dome that never actually erupted. This geological map shows the rocks within the concentric rings. Looking closely, researchers found thalliitic gabbros, dark igneous rocks formed from cooling magma deep underground. Intertwined with those, they found alkaline carbonatites, rare igneous rocks with a high concentration of carbonate minerals. These rocks tell two different stories. Thalliitic gabbros generally require high-volume, silica-rich eruptions, while alkaline carbonatites emerge from deep, low-volume mantle sources. Forcing them into a single eruption timeline is a chemical impossibility. The chemistry of these rings proved the single eruption theory was physically unworkable. The rocks suggested a history that was far more complex than a single bubble of magma. These charts show the argon release spectra from a 2024 geochemical analysis published in the journal Lithos. By using argon-argon dating, a method that measures the decay of potassium into argon to determine a rock's age, researchers finally broke the single event theory. The new data revealed a polyphase history. The structure was formed by two completely separate volcanic events acting on the exact same spot, millions of years apart. Phase 1 began 200 million years ago during the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea. Deep magma crept horizontally into flat sedimentary layers of the Earth's crust. Over time, these horizontal magma intrusions cooled into wide, flat rock sheets known to geologists as sills. This tectonomagmatic model shows Phase 2. 100 million years later, a localized blob of alkaline magma pushed up from the deep asthenosphere. Acting like a massive hydraulic press, it forced all the previously flat layers, including the older sills, upward, creating a massive 40-kilometer-wide underground dome. The contradictory rocks didn't form together at all. The younger, deeper magma simply hijacked the older rock layers to build the complex architecture of the dome. Despite its immense size, this colossal underground dome never actually erupted onto the surface. Over 100 million years, relentless wind and sand erosion attacked the site. The dome's top was gradually scraped away by the elements. Think of the geometry like an onion. If you take a dome made of nested layers and slice the top off perfectly flat, you expose perfectly concentric circles on a flat plane. That slicing geometry is directly responsible for the alternating rings of hard and soft rock we currently see from space. The harder quartzite layers form the raised ridges, while softer rocks eroded into the deep valleys. We are looking at a cross-sectional slice of deep Earth history, planed flat by eons of wind and sand. Fast forward from hundreds of millions of years ago to just 2 million years ago. The Sahara was a lush, wet environment with flowing rivers. Long after the structure was formed and eroded, early Homo erectus humans actually lived directly on the edges of these concentric rings. We know this because archaeologists have discovered Acheulean stone hand axes, triangular tools used for cutting and scraping, scattered throughout the dried riverbeds around the structure today. The brief, fleeting presence of early human history is written right on top of the tectonic processes that built the rock beneath their feet. The Richat Structure is an architectural masterpiece, collaboratively designed by tearing continents, swelling magma, and the patient scraping of desert winds. The the reality of the Earth's crust is far more wondrous than any conspiracy theory.